worst person I met award.
Oh, for me, it's so easy.
Go on.
Mizkif.
When I was talking to TommyInnit, he was probably one of the most insufferable people that I've ever talked to.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some spicy drama to dive into between two major figures in the streaming world, TommyInnit and Mizkif. If you've been following the Twitch and YouTube scenes, you might have seen some tension brewing between these two. Let's break down what's been happening, analyze their interactions, and see what this means for the broader streaming community. First, let's set the stage. Both TommyInnit and Mizkif are titans in their own right, but their brands and audiences couldn't be more different. TommyInnit, the young Minecraft superstar, has built his empire on humor, high-energy content, and a largely Gen Z fanbase. Mizkif, on the other hand, is a variety streamer with a knack for improvisational comedy and collaborative content. While both are incredibly influential, their personalities and styles don't naturally align, which might explain some of the friction we're seeing. This all began with a clip from the Shut Up I'm Talking podcast, hosted by TommyInnit and Jack Manifold. In the episode, Jack asked Tommy to name the worst person I've met. Without missing a beat, Tommy named Mizkif. Now, that alone was enough to raise eyebrows, but it was Tommy's elaboration that really got people talking. He described Mizkif as socially inept and shared that their interaction had made him deeply uncomfortable. It's important to note that Tommy didn't frame this as a one-off awkward moment, but as something that stuck with him long enough to earn Mizkif the dubious honor of being the worst person he's met. For someone as outspoken as Tommy, who doesn't shy away from making jokes at his own expense or others, this felt more personal than his usual banter. Unsurprisingly, Mizkif wasn't about to let this slide. On a subsequent Twitch stream, he fired back, recounting his version of events. According to Mizkif, Tommy was the one who came off as rude during their meeting. Mizkif described trying to engage Tommy in a friendly conversation, but being met with dismissive and uninterested behavior. He went as far as calling Tommy insufferable, and made it clear he didn't appreciate being publicly called out in such a harsh way. As the story gained traction, fans from both sides jumped into the fray. On social media, debates broke out about who was in the wrong. Tommy's fans defended him, saying that if he felt uncomfortable, he had every right to speak his mind. Mizkif supporters, meanwhile, argued that Tommy's comments were unnecessarily harsh and could have been addressed privately rather than broadcast to the world. Interestingly, even other streamers began weighing in. XQC, a massive name in his own right, took Mizkif's side, calling Tommy's remarks cringe and suggesting that this drama was an overreaction to what could have been a minor misunderstanding. Others in the community pointed out that drama like this often gets exaggerated because of the highly competitive and public nature of the streaming world. So, how did this all escalate so quickly? Part of it might be the setting in which Tommy and Mizkif interacted. Reports suggest the meeting happened at TwitchCon, a bustling high-pressure environment where streamers are constantly surrounded by fans, peers, and cameras. It's the kind of place where even small social slip-ups can feel amplified. Additionally, let's not forget that both Tommy and Mizkif are entertainers first and foremost. Their personalities are larger than life on camera, and sometimes those personas bleed into real-life interactions. What might seem like banter on stream can come off differently in person, especially if there's already a mismatch in energy or expectations. Another layer to this is the influence of their respective fan bases. When public figures like Tommy and Mizkif call each other out, it's not just a disagreement between two people, it becomes a spectacle for millions. Fans often amplify the drama, taking sides and escalating the situation far beyond what the original parties intended. It's also worth noting that Mizkif has had his share of controversies in the past, some of which may have contributed to Tommy's negative impression. Mizkif's 2022 suspension from One True King OTK over allegations of covering up misconduct made headlines, though he was later reinstated after an investigation found no direct evidence against him. Whether or not this played a role in Tommy's opinion of Mizkif is unclear, but it certainly adds context to how the public perceives Mizkif as a figure in the community. As for where this leaves Tommy and Mizkif, it's hard to say. Ideally, they'd address this privately and find some common ground. Misunderstandings are inevitable, especially in the fast-paced, high-stress world of streaming, but that doesn't mean they're irreparable. A candid conversation could go a long way toward mending fences and moving forward. This situation also highlights a recurring issue in the streaming world, the tendency to handle personal conflicts publicly. While it generates attention and content, it also risks creating unnecessary rifts and perpetuating negativity within the community. Perhaps this drama serves as a reminder that not everything needs to be shared with the world, especially when it comes to personal grievances. In the end, this drama between TommyInnit and Mizkif is a fascinating glimpse into the challenges of navigating relationships in the public eye. It's a story about clashing personalities, miscommunication, and the outsized role that fans and social media play in modern conflicts. As viewers, it's important to approach situations like this with nuance and empathy. Thanks for sticking around for this in-depth look at the TommyInnit and Mizkif drama. If you enjoyed this commentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. And let me know in the comments, do you think Tommy and Mizkif can patch things up, or is this feud destined to linger? Until next time.